To me, when I see the attack on Venezuela, the threats against Greenland, the attack on Minnesota, and then the attack on Jerome Powell and the Fed, and I want to talk about that more tomorrow. I think people don't realize how significant that is. That's something everybody with a bank account and a 401k should be real worried about. I see all of those things as like incredibly unstrategic, really desperate moves. And you could argue about whether they are actually being driven by Trump at all. You could argue about whether Donald Trump actually has the cognitive capabilities any longer to be doing that kind of strategizing. If things were going according to Donald Trump's plan, he would not be biting the heads off of reporters all of the time. He would not need to be engaging in these really frantic, harried moves that are not well planned, not well thought out, that are really undermining Republicans leading into the midterms. He wouldn't need to make these moves if he was secure and powerful and things were going well, aka Americans were submitting and letting him cement his fascist regime. He's escalating because we are resisting incredibly effectively, and that resistance movement is growing significantly, like at a rapid pace. I saw this absolute ass take on TikTok earlier, and by the way, I think this is a bot account meant to demoralize people and to spread disinformation outside the US. Opinion: America's shocking silence in the face of Trump's outrages. First off, that account got absolutely owned in the comments. They were like, what silence? We're organizing in the people are organizing in the millions. The resistance is everywhere and growing rapidly. What the fuck are you talking about? And then when I went and clicked on their profile, it was like a lot of reshares of the same exact post. And like obviously it's an account with an agenda, whether or not it's a bot. But we're not submitting, we're not laying down. And the more actions the regime takes, the more they invoke a backlash effect and the more people turn against them. And like the less people have to lose. You make people desperate enough, they recalculate, right? They do that risk assessment and they say like, wow, I'm willing to take a lot bigger risks than I was a year ago because now I'm aware of the fact that they're going to try and take everything from us unless we stop them. But that then brings me back to the question of like, is it Trump who's driving these desperate acts? Is he the guy at the wheel at all?